So the question number 5, a discrete random variable x is binomially distributed, that is x is distributed binomially with parameters n and p, where n is the number of trials, p is the probability of success in a trial, q is the probability of failure in a trial. This is given in the formula of PMF, which is binomially distributed. This is the formula for binomial distribution. Consider another binomially distributed random variable y, which is also binomially distributed with variables, parameters n and p, and let x and y be independent random variables. If n is equal to p, n is equal to 2, p is equal to 1 by 2, and z1 is equal to x minus y, and z2 is equal to mod of x minus y, then find PMF of z1 and z2. I request to all the students to pause video here for 2 minutes and try to solve this question. So now I will solve this question. So in the beginning, I will write here what is given. X is distributed binomially with parameters n and p. Y is distributed binomially with parameters n and p. We need to find out distribution of z1, which is equal to x minus y, and z2, which is equal to mod of x minus y. We need to find out its PMF. Probability z1 equal to z1. These we need to find out. Probability z2 equal to z2. These we need to find out, both of these. So firstly we will calculate PMF of z1, and then we will proceed to probability of z2. So beginning, we know that if z is equal to x plus y, then PMF of z is equal to z equal to convolution of probability x is equal to z convolution, discrete convolution probability y is equal to z, which will be equal to summation for all probability x is equal to, we take a dummy variable y minus z, summation we take over dummy variable, all values of dummy variable, and probability y is equal to y. This we know. So similarly for z1, which is equal to x minus y, the probability z1 equal to small z1 will be convolution of probability x is equal to z1 convolution probability y is equal to minus of z1. We take negative of the sample. So this is how we will calculate the PMF of z1. So now I will solve it mathematically. So now we will calculate this expression. Firstly, we will use tabular method. In tabular method, we will draw a table. Now we will write elements of x and y, x in this direction and y we will write in this direction. So x probability, x can take values 0 to n, up to n. And probabilities are q power n, nc1, p power 1, q power n minus 1. Similarly, nc2, p square, q power n minus 2, and so on. So on, we will write probabilities. The probability for x is equal to n will be nc n p power n. Nc is 1. The probability will be p power n. If we wanted to calculate x plus y, then we will simply write here 0, 1, 2 up to n and its probabilities, and then multiply it row wise, write it, and then sum. Then we will get x plus y, but we need x minus y. So for x minus y, we will write y is negative of y. So negative of y means minus all the values of y, we write it in negative direction. So from minus n minus 1 and so on up to where we write 1, and then last will be 0, minus 1 and then 0. Its probabilities will be, what will be the probability of 0? For 0, its probability will be q power n. Its probability will be nc 1 p power 1 q power n minus 1. Its probability will be nc n p power n q power 0. So it will be p power n. Now we know this will be 1. So its probability will be p power n. For n minus 1, probability will be nc n minus 1, which will be n. I have redrawn that table in this form. Here I have done it more neatly than it was done earlier. So now we can see that for z is equal to x minus y. So we take this x is 0 and this is minus y. So we will add these two values 0 and minus n. 0 plus minus n will be minus n. So for minus z is equal to minus n, probability will be this. If you add these two values, this and this, minus n plus 1 plus 0. So it will be minus n plus 1. And if you add these two values, minus n plus 1. So for these two values, this value and this value, z will be minus n plus 1. So we will add these two probabilities to calculate for z is equal to minus n plus 1. These two probabilities have to be summed up. Similarly, for minus n plus 2, we will add these three probabilities. Okay, so in this form, we can calculate for z is equal to up to n. This will be the answer for z is equal to n. Okay, so we can calculate for z is equal to minus n plus 1, minus n plus 2, up to z is equal to n. In this form, we keep on adding in diagonally and we will get the probabilities for all the values of z. So now I will come to our question. In question, it is given that n is equal to 2 and p is equal to 1 by 2. So for that he is asking PMF. So I will do it for this case. For I will redraw that table for n is equal to 2 and p is equal to 1 by 2. So for that, we know we can write, for this case we will redraw the table. I will draw it here. N is equal to 2, so x will have values and minus y will have values. So x will have values from 0, 1 up to 2, and its probabilities will be q square, 2pq and q square. Similarly here, minus y will have values minus 2, minus 1 and 0. For 0, probability will be q square, this will be 2pq, sorry, this will be p square. So multiplying this we get p square, q square, here 2pq, q, here p4. In this fashion we can calculate all the elements of this table. So here it will be q power 4 and here will be 2p q cube, and here it will be p square q square. So summing up, so summing up all these values, we will get z is equal to x minus y will have probability z is equal to z, and this can have values -2 plus 0. So -2 plus 1, so -1, 0, 1 up to 2, and probabilities will be, for -2 probability will be p square q square. This is the probability. For -1, the probability will be the sum of these two terms. So the probability will be 2p q cube plus 2p cube q. For 0, the probability will be sum of these three terms. So answer will be q4 plus 4 plus 4 p square q square plus p power 4. For plus 1, the answer will be sum of these two terms. The answer will be 2p q cube plus 2p square q, p cube q. For 2, answer will be simply p square q square. So putting the value of p is equal to 2 and q is equal to 2, we will get for z -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, we will get probability z is equal to small z will be for 1 by 2 square into 1 by 2 square. So 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 will be 1 by 16, and this will be 2 into 1 by 2 q cube. So putting all these values of p and q in this, we can calculate each of these. So I am simply going to write it and calculate it and write it over here. So by putting the value of p is equal to 1 by 2 and q is equal to 1 by 3 in all these expressions, I have calculated the PMF of z. Here z is equal to x minus y. So this will be the PMF of z. So now I will move to next part of this question, which is I need to find out what is the PMF of mod of x minus y. So z2 is equal to mod of x minus y. I need to find out what is the PMF of this. Here it is z1. For this, I will write, firstly, this can be written in terms of z1, this is the mod of z1. This can be further written as Z2 is equal to Z1 provided Z1 is, this is dot and this is comma, provided Z1 is greater than equal to 0, and it can minus Z1 will be equal to minus Z1 provided Z1 is less than 0. For example, if Z1 if Z1 is equal to plus minus 2, then mod of Z1 which will be equal to Z2 will be equal to 2. So for two values of Z1 which is plus and minus 2, we are having same value of Z2. So it is many to 1 transformation. Many to 1 transformation. In many to 1 transformation, we for calculating PMF of Z is equal to 2, for example, what we will do, we will sum up the probabilities for Z1 is equal to 2. For both of, whenever Z1 is taking these two values, then Z2 will be 2. So we will add these two probabilities. Z1 is equal to plus 2 probability and Z1 is equal to minus 2 probability to obtain probability of Z2 is equal to 2. So I am rewriting here PMF of Z1. These two were 1 by 16. And check 1 by 4, 3 by 8 and 1 by 4, 3 by 8 and 1 by 4. So probability of Z2 can take values, mod of this and this will be 2, mod of this and this will be 1 and this will be 0. So Z2 can take values 0, 1 and 2, and probability that Z2 is equal to small z2 will be 0, it will remain 3 by 8, because for this Z2 is equal to 0, it is 1 to 1 transformation. For Z2 is equal to 1, we will add probabilities 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. So it will be 1 by 2. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. And this, for Z2 is equal to 2, we will add these two probabilities, minus 2 and 2 Z1. So 1 by 16 plus 1 by 16, it will be 1 by 8. So this will be the answer. This is the PMF of Z2, which is what? Mod of x minus 1. So I hope you learned some new concepts from this question, and I hope you will like this video and subscribe my YouTube channel as well as my Instagram channel. The details of these two channels are given in description. So hopefully you like this video, and thank you for watching this video, and I will bring more questions in next video. Thank you.